This is a game I used to play when, let's just say I was younger. It's called Demon Sword. If you ever saw the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, this is it. You're this little dude in a red coat and a weird hat or something. You got this awesome knife sword thing. You can just cruise, run, jump, and basically climb trees and treetops, and enemies come from nowhere. It's completely random. Your little sword, it's the weirdest little hacking motion. It's like, hopefully he doesn't ever run into Jason Voorhees, because that dude will show him how to use an axe or knife or whatever. Start and you have a sword that has no hooks in it, and it's like this, legitimately it's the size of the dude's fist. Your arm is this big in the screen, like the little forearm bit. This is how big the sword is. So it's that's what you start with to swipe people. Like, who are you gonna hit with a fist that size of a knife? It's not gonna do anything. It's useless. It's crap. There's these doors you can go in that look like demon heads. Well, you need keys to go in them. You can't just go in the doors, because demons don't like it unless you knock. The controls are really simple. One's your little spinity, flickety thing. The other one throws out some throwing stars. You can get upgrades and power-ups and bombs and stuff like that. Up is jump. You can hold it and kind of float for quite a while. Cruise along the treetops here, dancing away. Your enemies also jump around. It's kind of like a dance party. This game is, it's hard. The best way to honestly get through this game is just fly. I mean that in the nicest possible way, like in the floaty, jumpy, flippy-dicky, sticky thingy. I mean, you can use your flippy-dicky, sticky thingy, but until you get to the later levels and you get a bigger flippy-dippy, sticky thingy, you're not going to be able to use your flippy-dippy, sticky thingy to, like, do anything. And I used to carry a bigger knife when I was in Boy Scouts. Oh, I'm at the boss. I can tell because the scenery changed. Essentially, you gotta use the same strategy of just try and pepper him with throwing stars as much as you possibly can. So if he gets anywhere near you, you're screwed. His sword is about 10 times bigger than yours because that's the only fair way to play a game. I have survived the Asian tree village of Hordokadha, and now I must fly through the trees like jump tree. I'm on a tree. Ha, now I jump. To another tree. And another tree. For a lot of people, I'm sure they weren't like me and they didn't play this game when they were younger. Personally, I played this game a bit when I was younger. Thought it was awesome. It was kind of a mistake. I get to the boss and he randomly appears in the middle of the screen and hits me and I die. So I had absolutely no opportunity to know that he was there. For some reason, your dude's coat doesn't cover his leg. He's like showing off like a French prostitute. I'm not really sure why. But he's got his, I don't know if it's a hair or a hat. He's dressed like Napoleon, but showing some leg. I don't really understand the purpose of such a thing. If you hit an enemy when they're in the air, it's essentially, it looks like Duck Hunt. You ping them, and they just drop straight down. They flip over and drop straight down on their head. So in case your like tiny little sword that barely looks like a sword didn't kill him, they'll fall straight onto his neck will, and they're going down. Once you beat the second level, you receive a bigger sword, and then you can actually start kind of essentially playing the game. This game is extremely difficult because you get absolutely no health. I couldn't remember the name of this game. I remember the game itself, but not the name. I actually went on GameFAQs one night, looked strictly through the NES games, and tried to find games that sounded like this one. Amazingly enough, I was able to find it. I found it on eBay for about $1. Well, it was about $5 after shipping. I've never actually seen it in a store, but I assume it'd be kind of in the $5 range. You know what, for that price, this game is well worth it.